Good morning. It is February 20th, 2020. 2020. And, 2020. Wow. Elon, I have an apology for you. So, first of all, I started this campaign in asking you to gift me a Tesla. And I have to say, I did something that is totally against my philosophy, which is I didn't really research you. I've researched your car, right? I've obsessed over your vehicles, the technology, but I didn't really research you, and I've only seen, clips in the news, and I thought, man, this guy's awesome. And my favorite one was the shot putting into the window of the Tesla. But anyway, I'm like, this guy's awesome. However, I just spent a couple hours last night before bed. I mean, I was up to like 1:30 in the morning because I was just going to watch a clip of the future we're building and boring. Yeah, so I started watching it and instantly was like humbled beyond belief. Like, oh my gosh. You're freaking brilliant. But not only that, where you're at, goals wise, and you're just your whole, oh my god, like you're gonna literally change the entire world. And I'm over here like, if I get a Tesla, it'll solve all these problems for me, and I'll be able to help more people in the Bay Area. And I'm just like, man, I'm thinking too small. I'm really thinking too small. Like I could literally be helping the entire planet and then off planet, right? So I decided that in addition to being a Tesla owner, I really want to be a Tesla partner, and I want to do big things like that. I feel like we also have a few things in common. As I was watching you speak, I laughed multiple times, like, oh my gosh, that's how I am. I'm trying to explain something, but I have so much going on. Like, I have so much I want to say, and how do I say it? And my mind is going so fast that my words are not keeping up. And I appreciate that so much. I read some article about, and who knows what, people write whatever, but it was something about you feeling insecure about public speaking, right? And I think about, like, man, I remember being in 4th grade and I had my little 3x5 cards and I had to give a presentation in front of the entire school. And I went to a private school where it was all different ages in one room. So there was like these kids that had been kicked out of all the schools, of total bad kids, right? Or troublemaking kids anyway. I know kids are bad, but they were making fun of me all day, and then I had to get up there and speak in front of them, and I was shaking. And I still remember the lines on my card. Japan is an island country off the east coast of the continent of Asia, right? And I'm shaking. That's all I got out was that line, and I ran to the bathroom and threw up. I'm not saying that you're on that level, but what I am saying is that at some point we realize that what we have inside us is burning so strong, so fiercely, that there's no insecurity or apprehension or reservation strong enough to hold it back. And so when we have something to say, we have something to communicate, we have to let it out. We've got to communicate it, like, and only us, right? We can't just have someone else do it for us. It's got to be us. I'm grateful for the people who have invested in you, who have heard what you had to say. I mean, I'm following your explanation of how you're going to make the skate on the cars work, right? And you're talking about like all these different ratios, and you could tell like most people in the audience are like crickets. And I'm just like, yes, that's amazing. Yeah, keep going. I love it, right? And I think it's awesome to have a team around you that are all of like mind, that you guys are literally projecting like 10 years into the future to shoot these rockets into space and populate planets. And it's just like, man, I'm so grateful that you exist in this world, well, in the same lifetime as me. Yeah, like, so to be perfectly honest, I really just wanted a Tesla car, but now I really just want to be a part of what you're doing. And I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. Like if somebody were to tell me that, I would be honored. So I know that that's gotta resonate, right? Like it's like when someone sees my work, and I do amazing work. I know I do, on a very small scale. But someone sees my work and they're like, hey, I gotta meet this girl, and I gotta be a part of what she's doing, and that has happened to me before. So I know that it's a great feeling. You mentioned also that there's got to be something to live for, otherwise life is depressing, and I feel like that's a common feeling as well for people who dream really big. Every day I go into my field working with the developmentally disabled population, who a lot of companies come over here from various places, open up a company, they acquire adults with developmental disabilities for the money, and these guys have nothing going on in their life. They have, if they ever say anything or do anything out of line, it's painted. The picture is painted in a very different way, and medication is dumped on them. And my desire is to open a day program that is a need, first of all, for the clients in the Bay Area, but second of all, that this day program would be specifically designed to train staff and then put them into the field with my vision, my mentality, this, which isn't just my own, but the way that I have the system set up for constantly mentoring, like a leadership program. And it's heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking that it moves you into action, and I feel like that's something that's necessary. So we're not designed to be satisfied. If we're put on this planet to make a huge difference, we're designed to be unsatisfied with the status quo. And so I saw that, and I saw the passion in what you had to say, and it was super inspiring for me. And again, I feel like I've been thinking too small. I need to think on a more global and universal scale. So thank you for those messages.